played them in a long time, so it's going to be great to get them here in the Carrier Dome for our fans to see a Syracuse, North Carolina game. I think you should expect a pretty up and down game. I know Carolina is not one to hold the ball for a real long time. They have great players. They want to take quick opportunities if they can. They're aggressive defensively. Their freshman goaltender's playing very well, and they can be good in the face-off. So it's a great challenge for us.
As far as the ACC tournament implications, is that something you talk about with the guys, or are you just kind of like, the big tournaments what ultimately matters?
I don't talk about it with the guys because they already know the situation, and they're pretty familiar with what it's going to take to get into the ACC tournament and what it's going to take to get into the NCAA. So I'll let you guys talk about that more than myself.
So many of your opponents you play every year, to have a team that you don't see every year, is there kind of a different energy surrounding that?
Yeah, it's a team that most teams we play every year, and we know more about them, and this is relatively new. It's later in the season. Fortunately, we've played other ACC teams and exchanged films with them, and a couple of them in Carolina, and we've seen them recently. Somewhat of a short week, playing Cornell on Tuesday night. They probably have a slight advantage as far as knowing who we are, a couple more days to prepare. But we got right to it yesterday. We purposely took Sunday off the week before so that we didn't have to miss a practice this week, yesterday. And so we've had 3 good days to prepare for Carolina.
Going back to Cornell, obviously, with how well they played this year, to win the way you guys did, what does that do for this team's confidence to beat Cornell kind of going away how you did?
Well, we after the Duke game, we took a couple days to shrug that off, and we got a really good win against Notre Dame here, Binghamton, and then a great win down at Sholkoff Field against the number 2 Big Red. So I think the confidence is pretty high. We're feeling very good about ourselves. I thought it was probably our best team effort against Cornell on Tuesday night, so we're just looking to continue that.
To call the Duke game a turning point, given how you played since, is that oversimplifying it?
I think Duke just played really well, and we hadn't been in the weather. We had a lot of turnovers, and they dominated the game, and we didn't play well. So guys got together, and I think we helped us refocus, set our sights, worked a little harder in practice, and that looks like it's been paying off the last few games.
How much of it is just guys settling into their roles and really figuring out where they're supposed to be, what they're expected to do?
Well, it's funny, every year, even this year, you approach the season thinking that you know your group pretty well, and there's always some surprises. Someone doesn't perform well, other people step up and really perform well, and we're still going through that. A little bit more at the defensive end of the field than the offensive end of the field, but we'd like to think that we're putting it together at the right time of year.
How about the job Daddy-O's done the last few games?
It's been very encouraging. Like I mentioned earlier, Coach Donahue has been working so hard with these guys. He's taken it personally. He's put a lot of extra time in, a lot of research and different techniques, and we'd like to think that that's paying off right now. And Chris seems to be playing with a lot more confidence, and that can only help.